I'm hiding. So how to make these filled embroidery hoops, part 1. These are really good for spell work or just for making your room smell really nice. So the first thing you're going to need is an embroidery hoop. I'm using a 6-inch. You're also going to need a larger embroidery hoop. This is a 10-inch. After that, you're just going to need whatever fabric you're choosing as your front. I normally use a lace or a mesh. This time I'm using a mesh for it. And you're going to need your backing fabric. You can again use a mesh or a solid for it. I'm using solid this time. You're going to need whatever you're choosing to fill your thing up with. And after that, you're going to need a sharp knife or a pair of scissors. You're going to need embroidery thread if you're choosing to embroider it, and you're going to need super glue. Making these hoops, part 2. So the first thing that you're going to want to get is, of course, your embroidery hoop, and put your fabric of choice in. So once you have your fabric put onto the hoop, now is whenever you want to do any embroidering you want to do on this layer. After you do the embroidering, you go ahead and you want to super glue it so that's right up against the hoop. After you super glue it, you can cut off all this excess. Okay, embroidering done and hoop glued down nice and tight to this part of the hoop. Excess cut off. Next steps in part 3.
My seedlings are very happy and healthy, and some are getting big enough to transplant. Tomato. Basil. I have a pot of pre-watered organic potting soil. I made a little hole for my plant. I'm going to lightly crush the eggshell so the roots have room to grow. You have to expose the roots. I am adding a cage now because I don't want to disrupt the roots later. I'm going to plant some basil alongside my tomatoes. It's one of my favorite combinations for companion gardening. The basil, I'm going to discard the egg entirely. And I'm going to add some crystals to amplify growth.
This is everything you need to know about being a grain witch in 60 seconds or less. So a grain witch is somebody who is also considered a garden or a forest witch. And it's much more than just plants or herbs or anything along those lines. A grain witch's purpose is to help love the earth and give back to it as much as possible. And while they may use herbs or plants in their practice, it's normally things that they have grown themselves. This also can be items such as clay and earth metals, not just plants or herbs that are used for practice. A green witch may go on a walk to meditate and really enjoys being outside to pull from the earth's energy, just getting their hands really dirty and being down to earth, literally. There's a lot more to being a green witch that I probably didn't touch on in this, but I only have 60 seconds, so that's all I have for you. Bye!